Hello and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
Move my camera away from my face so I'm not screaming at the people again. So at this
He
week's
likes
episode,
he likes to scream at people.
I don't like to scream at people when they deserve it. That's just how it goes.
You know.
So we haven't really talked about anything that we're going to talk about this week. So this might just be a loosey-goosey kind of week.
I love that for us. I love loosey goosey.
I don't know why Goosey's so loosey,
But here we are.
let's do some Kegel exercises.
I'm doing them now.
So I do have an update. I got a meeting with the hiring manager of that job that I had an interview with this week.
Mhm.
And she wanted to meet with me and just let me know that I wasn't moving forward with the position.
Aw.
And it's totally fine. She kind of gave me the reasons why, and I appreciate that she had a meeting instead of just sending an email and letting me know kind of what. But she was very much like, I was very impressed with you. I don't feel like you're a good fit for this because we need someone with a stronger background with artificial intelligence that you don't quite have because of how fast we're trying to scale this up. She was like, I was very impressed with everything you've shown, and she was like, you have really good decision-making skills based on the examples that you were giving. And she was like, all of the initiatives that you've taken so far sound like, with the way that you've described them, they've been kind of self-driven. So you see a need, and the other thing is you don't just go out and try to find something. It's good to try and find something new, but you also want to look and see what we already have available instead of having to purchase or buy something else. So it was good. She did say that she was going to see if I wanted to be included in the committee for the artificial intelligence rollout, and help with that as like a, what did she call it? Change champion. So we'll see how that goes. I said I would talk to Karen and see what she thought, and Karen was like, obviously, if you're excited, if you want to do it, that's fine. It's kind of, I'll leave it up to you because you have to kind of decide whether you have enough bandwidth on it or not. So no new job for me yet, but it's totally fine. Like I said, I wasn't like super duper excited about the job. It seemed like it would be something fun and exciting for me to do because I would get to know a little bit more about artificial intelligence, and I'd get to kind of roll out something globally. But it's also not like I need a new job. I don't hate my job. I just hate parts of it and people. And that's it. So that's that.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about the interview that you had?
No, nobody's responded to my message. So I guess that means I didn't get it.
That is kind of annoying, though. I hate it when people don't respond. So
Right, especially when they said that they were going to.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, whatever, I guess. But anyway, so I'm trying to finish getting my resume updated because I'm going to apply for this archives technician position at my current job.
Oh, that's fun. Is it a full-time job?
It is full-time, and it would be federal benefits.
That's good.
And I'd be making up to $65,000 a year.
That's exciting.
Which would be way more than what I've been making. Like even at the low end of it, it's still like $45,000 a year, which is still more than what I've been making. So, I've had like some help. One of the directors at work actually said that she thought I'd be the perfect fit for the job. And she looked over my resume and my LinkedIn and gave me some tips and ideas. And so I just have to finish updating everything so that I can apply to the position, and then we'll go from there.
Well, that's exciting. Hopefully that'll work out. And it's already, I mean, you already work there, so it should be easier.
Exactly.
Although, how long have you been there?
I've been there since May.
Yeah. I think the only thing is I don't know how it works with the like federal positions or whatever, but there's some places where you have to be there at least 6 months before you can apply.
So I don't have to have been there for 6 months to be able to apply because the position is open to including non-federal employees.
Yeah.
The only thing is that because it is a federal position, they have to give first dibs and first consideration to veterans. So military veterans get first pick. So that's the only thing that can knock me out of the running is if somebody is in the military because they give first preference to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. I got to get that finished this evening because the posting is only going to be up until Monday. So.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to get that done.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that after we're done here. So yeah. But other than that, there's not been a whole lot going on my end.
Well, if you would like to stay on after the recording is done, we can look at it together.
We can.
That's totally up to you, though.
No, we can absolutely do that. The only thing is that you're going to see a lot of stuff that you're going to think is superfluous, but is actually required for a federal government position.
I was gonna say, if it depends on the role and the position requirements. Yeah, some of the stuff is required. Like you said, it depends.
What's interesting is I don't know if this is how it works for all federal jobs for like any country, but for the U.S. federal government, you have to provide on your resume not only the positions that you've had previously, but you have to list the dates, the best approximate dates, the amount of money you were making, and approximately how many hours you were working per week. And you have to include somewhere on your resume that you are a U.S. citizen or a U.S. national or something like that.
Yeah. That's weird.
So, because it's only open to people aligned with the U.S. government is how they phrase it.
Seems very cultish.
Which is weird. But, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we went and did some stuff that we went and did over the last weeks. We went and submitted our application for our passports.
Love that.
I was a little worried because Ryan, whenever I was looking at this stuff to like the checklist for stuff that you're required to bring along with you, one of the things says your birth certificate and it has to have like specific information on it. And one of the things that it listed was your parents' first and last names. And Ryan's birth certificate doesn't have that information on it.
Why wouldn't his birth certificate have that information on it?
I don't know. It was a card, like a little, basically like a credit card type of thing.
Yeah. I've seen those little birth certificates.
Not like the little ones that are like laminated. It was like literally a plastic credit card type thing, like embossed with his information on it.
Oh, they're not going to take that.
We dropped it off and they said that they would send it. And then if they needed something else, they would send us it would just take longer. They would send us a letter saying we need more. We need this.
The only reason I say that is from my time working at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah.
Because we have the same paperwork requirements for a first-time issuance of an Indiana driver's license.
Yeah.
As are required for a passport.
See, that's the weird thing.
We won't take the little embossed cards. It has to be like the little laminated card we could take.
Yeah.
Or it would have to be like the actual official birth certificate record of birth from the health department.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. This is from the health department, so it's not like just a random card. It was a Kentucky health department thing. So I don't know if Kentucky's just weird because it's Kentucky.
He was born in Kentucky. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he's from French Lick, and they were closer to Louisville than they were. Bloomington or anything like that.
Mm.
And it was during a blizzard, so they went down to Louisville. And so
my mother was also born in Louisville because she lived in New Albany.
So they sent it, and the only reason he was like, well, I don't see why it wouldn't be acceptable is because they accepted it when he got his real ID.
Okay, well, if they accepted it when he got his real ID, then it should be fine.
That's what I said. I was like, we can always try, and it was like $160 for him, 160 like for the application and then the application fee and stuff, and then to get our picture taken. So we just did it all there.
160 is not bad
per person.
Yeah, but that's not bad. It was like the last time I looked at it, it was like 200 something.
I mean, unless you were trying to expedite it, there's an extra $60 to expedite.
No, I wasn't trying to expedite. Weird. I might have been reading the wrong thing, maybe.
You might have been reading about the expedited passport.
That's always possible as well. Let's see. What did I do during the time that we've been apart? Not a whole heck of a lot. I had that like fucking wicked migraine. Oh, that was awful. Oh, yeah. I hated that.
So I don't know if anybody is listening that listened last week, but what I did was just re-upload the
very
first episode, and I listened back to it, and as I was editing it, I was like, the sound on this is garbage.
I also listened to it specifically because you mentioned that the sound was garbage, and I was just like, dang, my sound has always been really good. And I'm just using my laptop microphone.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either, but my sound quality was great. I was like, what the fuck? The president is coming to Austin, but I don't know any information other than that. I originally, the first time that he was supposed to be here, I had originally RSVP'd as going to listen to his speech.
Yeah.
But I did not do that this time because
you don't care about him anymore. She's just like, kick him to the curb. We're done with him. Moving on. Bring in the 59-year-old.
No,
Out with the old, in with the young.
No, I just decided that I just don't care that much.
She said, I'm on to the next young thing. Bring her on.
Yes. Young thing, quote unquote.
There has been a lot that's happened in the week that we've spoken.
Yeah, a lot.
It went crazy there for a minute.
It really did.
It's still kind of going crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Let's talk about it. How are you feeling about it?
I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed. But I am hopeful.
Yeah.
Like, I did see that Colorado will not allow Trump to be on
the
their
Supreme
ballot.
Court in Colorado said that he's not allowed, but people can still write him in.
Right. I know people can write him in, but I'm like, so what happens then? Because if he cannot legally be elected in Colorado,
I think it's not that he can't legally be elected. It's that they can't legally put him on the ballot. You can still write whoever you want in.
Right. But the thing is that if he cannot legally be put on the ballot, technically he can't legally be considered president by Colorado because he wasn't allowed to be on the ballot. Even if they write him in, if he's not allowed to be on the ballot, he can't be the president of Colorado. So then my question is, does that mean that Colorado secedes from the union if he becomes president? Because legally he couldn't be on the ballot there. Yeah. So legally he can't be the president there. So what happens? What's the precedent? We don't have a precedent.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I'm just like, I'm tired of living through historical events, please.
Right?
There have been so many. Like, could we not? Because I'm good. I'm good.
And this is all from March. Like, there's nothing from.
Like, I don't even know what we do. But the other thing too is that I'm just concerned, like, don't get me wrong. I definitely believe that Vice President Harris is a far better option.
Yeah. I think what is exciting is to see how people are rallying around her.
Yeah.
This time. And like the support that she's getting, the amount of like the movement that people are surrounding her with. And I think it's partially because they're excited because of her age. They're excited because of she's a woman. She's also Indian.
Yeah, she's a woman of color.
Person. Yeah. So it's exciting that she's so different from anyone that's been on the ballot in the last, like on the actual presidential ballot in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Not 3 years, 3 elections.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. My thing is though, is I'm concerned that we're gonna run into the same issue that we did with Hillary.
Yeah.
Where she'll win the popular vote,
yeah,
but won't win the electoral vote.
And I think the only thing with that is there's so many Gen Z voters that have come to age where they can vote now that lean more towards the left and are more likely to vote for Kamala Harris than they are to vote for anyone else. Although there are a lot of people that are saying, well, I'm still going to vote third party. I still don't understand that argument. And it's always everything they always say is I can't vote for someone who was involved in the Biden administration and their treatment of Palestine. And I get it. It's terrible, but it seems like what she's doing now to stop it and to try and like manage peace is kind of trying to make up for what had happened. Yeah, it sucks. Right. Like the amount of the damage has been done, so it's hard to don't forget about it, obviously, but it's not so much what happened, and it's more what is she doing in the future to fix it. And right. You also have to realize she's more than likely not the one that made that decision. Her job was to stand behind the president. And
yeah, technically speaking, the vice president actually doesn't have a role at all other than to be a body if the president dies.
Yeah, and they play more of a role in like moving legislation through in the House and Senate. They're more working with the House and Senate than they are anything. They're kind of the middleman between the president and the House and Senate than they are anything else. They do have other things that they're trying to do. And this is me talking about it all just coming from watching Veep. So I could be completely wrong. But from what I understand, that's kind of their role.
So what's interesting too about that is something that I've learned working at LBJ is that prior to Lyndon Johnson being the vice president literally did not have a job. He actually started a lot of this stuff where he started being involved in the political process. And when he became president after JFK's assassination, he made his poor vice president do work that he didn't want to do. Like there's a lot that they talk about at the library about his vice president and how he would make his vice president go and do things.
Were you guys impacted by the CrowdStrike issue?
CrowdStrike? Oh, no, we were not on my level.
Yeah.
But other aspects probably were.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't have any issues on Friday. I woke up and I saw everything about it. And I was like, well, my stuff is working, so it's not a problem with me. But I guess there was some stuff internally that was not working. So they had to there were a lot of, on Monday, I guess there was a lot of stuff that started or that got shipped and we received in. So they had a lot to do all week this week. And then I guess our director was like, he was supposed to fly out on Sunday or over the weekend, and he couldn't. And then he was again supposed to fly out on Monday. And they had to cancel his flight on Monday. So he had to like cancel an entire week of travel because of this issue. And he was so mad.
Yeah, there were a couple of people who came through to the library who they were just stranded in town until they could get rebooked. So
kind of crazy.
Yeah. It kind of made me think about the fact that like if there was like an outage for longer than what we saw this time and it was like a global outage, I know how to get back and forth to like places that I'm familiar with, but I don't know how to read a map. I don't know how to do anything. Like, my whole life, unfortunately, revolves around technology. So, like, if technology's not working, I'm just fucking screwed. Like, whatever.
I think that it wasn't like cell phones and stuff didn't have any issues, or at least I didn't.
No, but like, I mean, like in that kind of situation where, you know, a lot of the technologies just quit working, not just like, a brain. Like, I don't remember. I don't know. My brain just flew off the tracks.
Speaking of flying off the tracks, would you like to play a Guess the Song? You haven't looked in the document, have you?
I did, but I've already forgotten what I saw, so.
How dare you? She's going to know them. So I put lyrics to songs in the document, which would have been fine because you never look at it, but now you've started to look at it this season, so.
Well, it's okay because I literally don't remember anything that I saw. Because I realized that this was something that you were probably wanting to do, so I was just like, oh, let me not look at those. But I was looking at the to see if you put any links in there for
I did put in some Reddit links, which I will send to you in the chat, or if you want to wait until after we're done with this, you can go in there. So I have a couple, so we'll do the first one first. So what we're doing is playing a game, and it's called Guess the Song. So I'm going to read some lyrics, and Sarah is going to try to guess the song. Easy as that. So here's the first one. Every Sunday's getting more bleak, a fresh poison each week. We were born sick. You heard them say it.
No.
Okay. Next verse.
Yes.
My church offers no absolutes. She tells me worship in the bedroom.
Okay.
The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you.
Well, it's Hosier.
Yeah.
Take Me to Church.
Yes. It's a good song. I love that song.
It is a good song. I love his new song, Too Sweet. It's a really good song.
I don't know that I've heard it. I don't really listen to that much music.
I listen to so much music.
No. All right, next one. So there comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
Nope, not ringing any bells.
Okay. The next verse is, we can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere soon make a change. We're all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, love is all we need.
I don't know.
This next one's going to give it away. We
Okay.
are the world. We are the world. We are the children.
Oh. Okay. We are the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
U.S. for Africa. All right. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly where we were before we realized. We were scared of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
What's the next hint?
I was so scared to face my fears. Nobody told me that you'd be here. And I'd swear you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. Ooh, and that's the only part of that song that I have. Because I think the next one is literally the name of the song.
Oh, I still don't know it. So.
So it's Adele.
Okay.
When We Were Young.
Oh, okay. See, that one's not one of my favorites. I don't have that one memorized.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I have one pulled up for you.
Okay. I'm gonna say you might not know the next one I get. I have. And I'm not gonna do my last one because controversial.
Okay.
Controversial right now. And I'll talk about it when we're done, when I'm done with my next one. Okay, go.
Well, I woke up alone staring at my ceiling. I try not to care, but it hurts my feelings.
Is it newer?
It is newer. This is a song you very recently told me that you enjoyed.
Oh, is it oh god, what's it called? It's Chappell Roan, right?
Yes.
But I can't remember which. It's not Pink Pony Girl.
No. But I'm obsessed with Pink Pony Club. That's a great song.
Pink Pony Club, thank you. Is it
Good
the
song.
Red Wine? What is that song called?
Red Wine Supernova?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
It's not Phenomenon.
Nope.
Okay, next lyrics.
It's like 199 degrees.
Oh. Okay, keep going.
Oh, when you're doing it with me.
Oh god, I can't think of the name of the song though. But it's her other one that I really, really enjoy. Jesus.
Yes.
Fuck, I can't think of the name of the song. Why can't I think of the name of the song?
I don't know. Can you spell it out?
No. I can't think of the name of the song at all. It's like not even coming in my brain.
But think about the chorus. Because the chorus, you're spelling it out.
Oh, HOTTO. Oh, Hot to Go. Okay.
Yes.
HOTTOGO. Got it. Oh, that's why you said spell it out.
Yes, that's why I said spell it out.
Hot to Go. That is a really fun song. I do like Pink Pony Club more though.
Pink Pony Club. Okay, wait. So I only just listened to Pink Pony Club for the first time this week. Okay,
really?
Because I've been putting off listening to the whole album. I don't know why I've been putting off listening to the whole album because I already knew that I liked like 3 songs off of it.
Yeah, she has so much music. I didn't realize. Like there's some like older music from several years ago that doesn't sound anything like she sounds right now.
Yeah. And some of the songs on the album, the current album, sound completely different from the other songs. Like California is super slow. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the song to the whole album because I was like, I already like a whole bunch of the songs. I'm just gonna listen to the whole album. In the week that I have listened to it, Pink Pony Club has become the most played song on my Spotify.
Yeah.
In literally just the week that I've listened to it.
Like, I don't know if you've heard Good Hurt.
Mm-mm.
You should listen to it. It's a great song. And like the artwork for it doesn't look anything like what any of her other artwork looks like. It's a great song.
She's just fantastic.
She's such a dynamic artist. It's crazy. And how insanely big she's gotten is great.
Let me tell you the funniest thing that literally just happened, which is I typed in her name, Chappell Roan, and Google popped up and said, "Did you mean your favorite artist's favorite artist?"
Yeah, that's what comes up.
That's fantastic.
You didn't see the Jimmy, what is his name? The late night host.
Jimmy Fallon
interview.
No.
And it's where she's like dressed, she's wearing feathers and her hair is white and she's got the black feather
Yeah. I
outfit
saw
on.
the song portion, but
So
I didn't see the rest of it.
the interview portion of it, he goes, "So I was Googling you," and she goes, "Because you didn't know who I was." And then he goes, "So why does it come up with, or how did you get it to come up with when you search for your name? Did you mean your favorite artist, favorite artist?" And she goes, "Some twink at Google did that. I didn't do that. Some twink at Google did that." And she's like, "It's a reference to," and she talks about how it's a reference to Sasha Colby saying on Drag Race, your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen.
Love that.
So she played tribute. She paid tribute to an amazing drag artist and winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. And then a few weeks later, well, probably about a month or so later, she had Sasha Colby come on stage with her and do Hot to Go.
Yep.
So fun times. So yeah, that was our little tangent and our little spot for Chappell Roan, even though she doesn't need any more highlight from us because we have 5 people that listen to us anyway.
Yeah, but like I just if she happened, I tweeted this at her actually, which was like thanking her for writing the album The Fall of a Midwest Princess, because with every playthrough I am like healing my teenage self, because I was not like, we were not, you and I, allowed to be gay teenagers. Like, no. Yeah, we were gay teenagers, but we weren't allowed to be gay teenagers. And so I don't know, there's something about that album in particular that just like really heals my inner teenager, the teenager that like I didn't get to be. Yeah. So nice. And I was just like, thank you so much for like giving this album to us so that I could heal my inner teenager.
It's a great album. There are some of the songs that I'm not a huge fan of, but there are more songs that I have enjoyed listening to, and I will listen to multiple times. Mm-hmm. So it outweighs the few songs that it's not that I don't like them, it's that I don't prefer them over the other ones on her albums.
Right. It's, for me, it's like, okay, the songs that are not my favorites are still really good and I still enjoy them, but they're more of I'm only going to listen to these songs when I'm like really, really down.
Yeah.
The other songs are like peppier and, don't make me want to slit my wrists.
I'd hope nothing makes you want to slit your wrists, but
life makes me want to slit my wrists on a regular basis.
Well, back to our game, because I have one more and then we can talk about why I'm skipping the last one.
Okay.
So again, you might not know this one. I don't really know because it's an older song. And by older, I mean maybe 2008-ish.
Okay.
2012-ish, maybe. Like 10 plus years ago, probably, I would say. All right. I hopped off of the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan.
I know. I absolutely know this song. First of all, this song was my jam when it came out. So, and I don't even feel bad about that. It is Miley Cyrus, and it is, oh my God. As soon as I try to say the name of it, I can hear it playing in my head right now. Playing my song, butterflies fly away. What is the name of the song? Oh my God!
You are almost there.
I know. Party in the USA.
I was gonna say the name of our country is in it. Oh, well, the abbreviation of our country. Yeah, Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Yep. And I was totally joking. I knew you would know it. But the other song that I pulled was a Katy Perry song, and she's kind of going through some controversial right now because she just released a new song called Woman's World, I think is what it's called. I don't know. I haven't listened to it, and I don't really. So the main controversy around it is she's working with the same producer that allegedly sexually assaulted Kesha. So that's why she's controversial right now because of that. And the tone of the song is supposed to be Woman's World.
And the song she's doing is supposed to be a feminist type song, and she's working with somebody. Okay, gross.
And I think the other thing is, it's Woman's World. The other thing is, like, people are saying it sounds like her sound hasn't changed. She hasn't evolved as a singer. She hasn't evolved as an artist. She sounds like it could have been released during her, like, not party in the USA, her California Girls era. So there's nothing special about it, basically.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lyrics and I'm just like, they're not that impressive.
So that was it. That was the only one. And then I just put in some Reddit posts that we can look at if you would like to.
Oh my God.
There's not that many. It looks like there's more than there actually are.
Oh my God. I already have the answer for this first one. What is the most useless thing you still have memorized?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one of the, like, easier ones that we could just kind of talk about.
And I also agree with not the first comment, but the second comment says, my childhood home phone number, hasn't been relevant in 30 years, but it's still there, along with the theme song for Disney's Gummy Bears, which I also have that memorized. But the first thing that pops into my head, besides my home phone number from when I was a kid and the Gummy Bears theme song, is part of Alice in Wonderland. And I don't know if I've actually quoted this at you, but anytime somebody says, "the time has come," in my head, I continue with, the walrus said, "to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. Callooh, Calais, let's rule the day, like cabbages and kings."
So my answer is my very first debit card number.
Oh my God.
And it is 4224-8201-0007-1755.
Love that.
So I have that still ingrained in my brain. Also, the account number for my first checking account that I ever had.
Wow.
It's a very short number.
My childhood phone number I still have memorized, which is 829-1965. Back when you didn't have to dial the area code, which I was just thinking about.
That's close to the phone number that was for a movie gallery. It was 829-1999. And we would get phone calls all the time for Pizza Hut because Pizza Hut's phone number was 828-1999.
Ah, that makes sense.
And people would call, and they'd be like, "Can I get a large pepperoni pizza?" And I was like, first of all, I answered the phone. "Thank you for calling Movie Gallery. How can I help you?" "What do you think I'm going to do if you ask me to get you a pizza?"
Oh my God. But you know what? I'm ordering a pizza. Fuck it. I don't have any money, but I'm ordering a pizza.
Oh, she got money. She rich. She ordering pizza.
Definitely not rich. Definitely not. I should not be spending money on this, but it will keep me fed for a couple of days. So it's the same as buying groceries, right?
I mean, kinda.
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
All right. So the next thing is a Walmart, like r/Walmart. I don't know if it's like a confession or like this sounds more like just a conversation. So it's titled "I'm Embarrassed," and it says, "So it was around 9:30, and I was messing with prices in the Action Alley near Toys." I don't know what that means. And three customers walk up to me. They tell me this lady and her little daughter are being watched by a guy and a girl, and I look behind the customers as they're talking to me, and I see a guy peek around the corner of a shelf. Total creep vibe, right? Well, anyways, knowing Walmart definitely isn't the safest place in the world, I go up to the woman and try helping her shop and let her know she's being watched. She also did have a small dog in her cart, so I thought maybe they were trying to steal it. So as we were walking onto the whole opposite side of the store, I noticed they're still following her, and I went into full panic mode. But then I received a text from my coach saying that they're the asset protection team, and she stole, so they're trying to stop her. I felt so stupid. Personally, if you're going to work as that, I don't think it's the best idea to be super close like that to the customer and peek around the shelf like a total creep. I'll add inflection to that. And not to mention, the little girl said the guy was asking where her mommy was. Totally not creepy either.
Yeah, that's oof.
But anyways, yes, I was so embarrassed, and now I feel like I can never help customers with their safety because I don't know anyone on the asset protection team. And then she has the little face palm emoji. I mean, it happens. It's not that big of a deal. I would always still help someone. Maybe call your coach first and be like, is the asset control or protection team here right now? Are they in the room with us? But I think she did it the right thing, where she was trying to help the person, even though she stole from the company and it's Walmart. So steal away from Walmart.
Right. I'm being legit. James is not.
What?
I'm being legit about steal from Walmart.
Oh, I was totally.
Okay.
Steal as much as you want. I would just
Walmart.
Walk in and grab stuff and leave. I mean, I won't because I don't want to. Mainly because I don't really go to Walmart, and there's maybe one around here, and Target is better. So I'd rather go to Target.
Fair.
I don't think the only reason I've gone to Walmart is to get recently Ryan needed some nasal spray that for some reason the Target near us didn't have, and there's a Walmart not too far from there. So he went there to get it, and then I needed windshield washer solvent, and Target doesn't carry windshield washer solvent.
Weird.
It's very strange. I don't understand why. They don't have an automotive section or anything. It's very odd. I never noticed that until I needed windshield washer solvent, and then it's like very difficult to find if they have it, and normally they don't.
Of course. You know.
So you want to read the next one that's talking about the babysitter?
Yes. Okay, this is on r/babysitting. And it says, parents that I babysit for asked me what day I'm available so they could have a date night. Advice needed. Lately, I've stopped babysitting for a certain family. I'm not a regular nanny or anything. I'm just as needed. I used to always say yes, but lately I haven't been due to various reasons. I feel bad, but I'm not totally sure the best way to tell them I no longer want to babysit for them. So I always just say I'm busy when they ask. Today, the mom sent me a text saying her and husband want to have a date night and asked me what day I'm free this month so I could babysit. The text kind of got under my skin, though. I feel like I'm being backed into a corner. Maybe I'm overreacting. How would you respond to this text? And in case anyone wants to know why I don't want to babysit as much, I love the kid, but as I've gotten older, I have less and less time with work and school. They don't pay me that much either, and I don't want to ask for more money per hour. Okay, well, if you don't want to ask for more money per hour and you don't get paid that much, then you need to tell them flat out that you don't want to babysit for them anymore. And just tell them you just don't have as much time and you're not wanting to have to increase your rates, but because they're not paying you enough, it's really not worth your time.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty easy. It's just be like I don't have as much free time as I used to because I'm super busy.
pretty straightforward. And the very first person said, if more money isn't an option, then just be honest. Tell them that between work and school, you don't plan to babysit anymore because you don't have the time. Like, you just have to tell them that so that they can find another babysitter.
And it's probably not that difficult to find another babysitter. I think the issue probably is they just don't want to pay anymore, and they know that she's been doing it for that pay. So they don't want to pay her anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's about all I can think of.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is on r/scammer payback, and it's titled "They Got My 13-year-old daughter." So there's an edit. It says edit 7/21. So this has been recently updated, but it was posted 9 days ago. So it says, let me skip the edit because I feel like there's an answer or something in the edit that is going to be missed. Okay, so the actual post says she has made an arrangement with a farm up. They're talking about their daughter. So I think there were some parts that were removed from it. Their daughter has made an arrangement with a farm up the road where she works in exchange for horse riding lessons. She was in contact with someone about purchasing a blue heeler puppy from the farm, or for the farm. She said everyone was pitching in, and I assumed she was working with the people at the farm and negotiating with the sellers. I had reason to go through her phone and came across messages with the person. They had her make the down payment with an Amazon gift card. Then, when she asked them to deliver the dog, they claimed their mother died. She doesn't get an allowance. She works odd jobs in $5 and $10 increments for every dollar that she gets, and they took $125 from her. I blocked the number in her phone, then I lit them up. They claim she's supposed to get her dog tomorrow in the morning at the latest. Thankfully, she gave them the address of the farm, not our house. Naturally, they wouldn't call, and of course, they weren't interested in returning the money even after being told to forget about the dog. And they spent way too much effort to try to convince me that they were not scammers. Am I allowed to share the number here for people to fuck with them? Well, the answer there is no. You could technically get sued for that. I mean, you can, but you would get sued for that. And then the edit says on 7/21, I want to thank everyone who asked for the number. It made her smile to see how many people were willing to go to bat for her. I'm not going to pass the number out anymore. You shouldn't have in the first place. That's disrespectful. I get it. You're mad, but that's illegal, technically. It sounds like they may have burned it now. Oh, so it was a burner phone. Beyond annoying the piss out of them, it makes me happy to think that anyone else they've been in contact with from that number won't get through to them anymore, and that they'll have to put in some extra work to update their stuff. Once again, thank you for everyone. I mean, I guess this isn't really a question. It sucks when that happens. I don't know if you remember this, but I almost got scammed when I was looking for an apartment to move into. And I found something on, I think it was Craigslist maybe, and it was an apartment in Bloomington. And they were like, we're out of the country right now. Can you send us a money order or Western Union it to this person? And my coworker my friend in the office at Boston Scientific was like, I think this is a scam. I don't think you should do that. So she saved me I want to say it was $650.
Dang.
But my brother got scammed, and it was like a few $1,000s. And
Jesus.
of that, like 350 of it was mine. Because I gave him the money because my dad said, well, he just needs it for this. And I was like, it sounds like it's a scam. Dad was like, just do it for him. And I did it. And I was like, they still didn't get anything. And I was like, this is a scam. You need to stop giving them money.
Yeah. Oof. I've been scammed once. Um, when I was really desperate for money, actually. I was talking with somebody um, through a dating website that was supposed to be like for people who are interested in being sugar babies.
Oh,
Yeah. Luckily, the way that they scammed me was through using my Kohl's charge card.
ooh,
Um, so, but I've long since taken care of that and paid it back and everything. But it was pretty sucky. I was just like, damn,
my phone was just at the Baltic Sea.
your phone was at the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay,
Very
that's
strange.
interesting.
Oh, the next one's been locked.
Interesting.
So the next post has been removed.
Well, that blows. Um, Holy shit. Uh, Even if you read just the title, first of all, uh, uh, the title is My 23 male boyfriend held me, 19 female, underwater during a bath to prove a point.
What was the point? What
I
point
don't
was he
know.
proving?
Um, his answer to endangering your life was he was trying to prove a point and you need to work on yourself more. Gross. Break up with him. You're too young for that bullshit. That's
This
my
person says, "This, ma'am, you're underreacting. Fucking
yeah.
get the hell away right now," or from this maniac.
Exactly. Like, what? What? He did what?
Yeah, it's insane. And then the last one is, does anyone actually get 8 hours a night of sleep? 8 hours of sleep a night. And I would say no. I almost never get 8 hours of sleep. I'm lucky if I get 6.
I would also say no. I do not. That's not a thing.
The only time I do get 8 hours of sleep is on like Saturdays. And even then, it's sometimes not 8 hours totally because it's more like 6.5, 7-ish.
Right.
Because Ryan has to wake up early to go to work. So I wake up when he gets up and then I'm just up.
Yeah, well, first of all, I have a lot of issues staying asleep. So even if I do like fall asleep early, um, that doesn't mean that I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. Partially because when I wake up, I really struggle to fall back to sleep. I struggle to fall asleep in the first place, and then I struggle to fall back to sleep. Yeah. Because as soon as I'm awake, my brain starts going over literally everything. I cannot get my brain to shut up.
I have been putting AirPods in and listening to Rain.
Okay.
But then the other day, I do it for a little while, and then at like 2 hours later or something, I'll wake up and take them out and put them in their case. But the other night I woke up, or no, it was the other day I woke up and went to the bathroom. And then when I came back and laid down, I put them in and I started listening to music, to Rain again. And then when I woke up 2 hours later, the one in my right ear had fallen out and I couldn't find it.
Oh no.
I found it. I just had to turn on my phone and find it. But luckily our bed is dark and then my AirPods are white. So they were easy to find.
Wow. I've started listening to something other than true crime, because I've been having a lot of PTSD fueled nightmares, and I figured maybe I should listen to something that's not horrifying things that people do to each other.
Maybe that might help.
So
Speaking of true crime, we didn't talk about it yet, but we were a guest on the podcast One Nothing podcast.
Yes.
With Amanda and David. It was David, right?
Yes, David.
Okay, that's what I don't know why, but my brain kept saying Daniel for some reason, and then Lauren made a visit. Don't know who Lauren was, but apparently Lauren was in the room.
Is Lauren in the room here with us?
Is she still here?
Is she still here?
But it was a great time. I really liked them. They were nice. And I've been communicating back and forth with her for a while. Just like regular interactions on our social media posts on Instagram. And I was like, they have a lot of guests. And I was like, well, I would love it if at some point, well, I sent her the sweatshirt, one of the sweatshirts. And in the little note that I sent her, I said, we would love it if we could guest on your podcast at some point. And she responded and said, yes, that'd be great.
Yeah. I would love to do it again when we're not having technology issues and then have to reschedule and then I have to bail early and all that.
Yeah, I also don't know what happened with it. Like, for some reason, if you listen, and they left it in, if you listen, there's a part of it where I can't hear Sarah, but you can hear her totally fine on the recording. I listened to it and I was like, I can hear totally. I don't understand what happened there. It was so weird.
I have no idea what happened. That was really weird because I could hear everybody.
I was the only one that couldn't hear Sarah, and it was just Sarah because I could hear Amanda and I could hear David, but I couldn't hear you.
That was so weird.
I was like,
but no, maybe that was a great time.
I was like, maybe the system or the system that they use is just telling me I hear you too much.
But anyway, what was it? Oh, so I've been listening to Markiplier play through video games. Most recently, I've been listening to him play Sucker for Love.
Oh, okay.
Which
That's
is
an older one, isn't it?
It is an older one. It's a Cthulhu-themed dating game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why, but I just enjoy the heck out of that. So that's what I listen to go to sleep now.
I like the ones that he does with Wade and
Bob and Wade.
Bob and Wade, yeah. And recently they've been doing, and I really want them to just do the entire the entire game all the way through, because it's obvious that they're playing it one run because they don't cut and they don't stop or anything.
Right.
But he's not uploading his portions of it, so I've been watching it on, I think, Wade's, maybe Bob's. I don't remember which one it is which. But it's so funny, that game, the Unchained or Chained.
Oh, Chained Together.
Chained Together, yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. And I also will listen to Jacksepticeye.
Okay. Yeah.
So I listened to some of his game playthroughs as well.
He yells too much.
See, I feel that way about Markiplier in some of his older videos.
Yeah.
He yells a lot. And I'm just like, okay, I can handle some playful yelling, but in some of his older videos, he gets mad.
Yeah, Jacksepticeye yells way too much, and it's just random, so it's you can't judge the volume. Mark will go into just random tangents, and they go on for a really long time. Yeah. Sometimes I just have to skip through it.
That's fair. I love his tangents, and I've started quoting him in reality.
I can get behind some of them, but some of them are annoying, and I'm just I just have to skip through it because I can't. I don't.
That's fair. That's fair. He does have a tendency to kind of just go on and on for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love him. Markiplier, I love you. I know you're not listening to this, but I'm just telling you that I love you.
If you are, go listen to Distractable.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah. What are your plans for the weekend?
I have some school stuff that I need to do. I have a paper that's due on Tuesday, so I need to start working on that. I currently have a 99% in both of my classes, so that's good.
Nice.
And then, we're on week 4 now. So I have 6 weeks left. So this week, at the end of this week, it'll be 6 more weeks. And then that's pretty much it. And then I have this to edit, and I just ordered Cheesecake Factory. So I'm going to have some food from the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, nice. I just ordered Papa John's for pizza.
Okay. Yikes. Okay.
What?
Papa John's. Their founder is oof.
He's terrible. I know.
Woof. Anyways, well, you ready to call it a podcast?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to call it a podcast.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, a comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would, please leave us a review in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, as this will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. Our handle everywhere is at Now About That Pod. So if we don't come up on the search, then we are not on that platform. If you would like a specific topic for us to discuss on the podcast, feel free to email us at nowaboutThatPod@gmail.com. Visit our website, www.nowaboutThatProductions.com, or you can send us a text message or leave us a voicemail. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. Thanks again for listening, and we hope you have a great week since this will be coming out on a Monday. Sarah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and let's get on to your resume.
Yeah!
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye!